Walked a fair bit of hours on Half-Life 1. I know every little secret. I've seen all the nooks and crannies of this game. I know all the cut content. Yet I'm still puzzled by one aspect. What was in the vent in Office Complex?
Oh, Vortigaunts. I was about to ask, when did the Vortigaunts show up? It's right here. This is when they show up. I forget this guy just gets, like, brutalized. Like, look at that. Just meat Gibbs. Low-key, what was in there? Like, what alien was in there to accomplish that? Hang on, that'd be a good video idea. I think that's gonna be my next video.
Each alien in Half-Life makes a distinct sound, so let's listen closely to the vent and try to identify the creature inside. It appears to be a mix of some headcrab and larger alien sounds. So, I did what anyone would do, and I scoured the game files for the specific sound heard from the vent. After digging around for a while, I settled on TE_roar 2.wave and HC_headbite.wave. The TE being tentacles shortened and HC being headcrab shortened. These waves appear to be a perfect match for the initial. These dot waves appear to be a perfect match for the sounds heard from the vent. So that's it. It's the tentacle who did it, and the headcrab sound effect is simply a gore noise of the scientist getting brutalized. I mean, it makes perfect sense. The tentacle is very capable of grabbing, as seen in Blast Pit. There's just one thorn in this being true: the ramifications of the vent itself. We do not know the dimensions of the vent, how large is it, and how could it possibly fit a tentacle. I did what any normal person would do. I decompiled it in Hammer. Let's take a look. Let's clear up all these triggers and brushes that are in our way. It appears the vent cavity is surprisingly large enough to fit a tentacle, assuming the mappers at Valve chose this brush size on purpose. So there's, no cool cut alien responsible, not Mr. Friendly, or that one really fucked up alien that throws you really high. They love putting him in Sven maps, Like, I don't get why they do that. Not a fan of that guy at all. This would be the end of the video. However, not all versions of Half-Life are the same. If you go onto Steam, select properties on Half-Life, you have to set it to the beta and type the following into the private version section. Upon doing this, you will access an unplayable version of the game. The only way to play is by opening the console and using the map command. Upon loading Office Complex and heading to the tentacle room, you'll notice a lack of scientists. However, the vent seems to be sloppily opened. You can just jump inside and drop down. There doesn't appear to be a tentacle monster, however. As I said, the map design here is poor and seems rushed. Whether this was some inside joke or cut area, I am unaware. You have to crawl through this long stretch of hallway. This leads into some sort of Zen-adjacent area. A door lies on the edge of the floor. Shockingly, you can find an NPC here, who gives no dialogue but wears a sign reading, "Will work for pot." So I loaded up on Long Vein and went to find pot. Upon finding him, he employed evasive maneuvers. However, he was no match for my quick wits and dexterity.
Public service.
Once we went back to the weird Zen area, the NPC opened the door. As much as I'd love to show you what's behind said door, it would violate not only YouTube guidelines, but my own moral code, so I must advise against anyone who'd want to try this out and see for themselves. Thank you for watching.